Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Taurus December 13, 2021. Well, you are very pissed off today. Looks like you're ruminating in your corner. Who are you after? It may well be yourself and no one else. It must be said that this is the right time to have the awareness that could be at the origin of changes in attitudes. Your words will certainly be more considered in the coming days. You will not spare expenses when faced with dates when you want to see the people closest to you smile. That's fine as long as you don't overdo it and have trouble later spending too much. You must control more everything that means money. You will find yourself with more courage and energy to start the week than you expected, and that is because you are gradually assuming that you have to look at things from another point of view. You will be successful if you do not insist on turning around the negative. You may spend a lot of time today planning a trip, perhaps in the company of a friend. You are looking forward to this trip, probably because you are going to a place you have not visited before. You may have to make a few calls and deal with tedious paperwork, but don't be discouraged. You need a break. Give it to yourself. You will not be cold in the eyes today. Now is the time to devote yourself to a complex explanation. The form returns in particular to the muscular plane. You will feel more alert in your reflexes and lighter. You can throw off your opponents without denying yourself and without putting yourself in difficulty, but you also risk getting lost in secondary details, which then distort your objectivity. An unforeseen event relating to your family, your partner, or your loved ones is added to an already demanding situation. You have no other choice but to face it by remaining optimistic and finding good compromises. Well, dear, you don't seem to want to leave your house. It must be said that it has been so long since you felt so good with family, friends, or even alone in your house. Simple pleasures are often said to be the best. You could experience them. Not easy to work today. You are always studying something related to yours, even long after you finish your degree. Nobody has the same passion for learning as you. They also don't have the accumulated knowledge or experience that you have. Today you will have the opportunity to show people a little of the wisdom that you have accumulated. Be smart and show your best in meetings and presentations, as your developed point of view needs to be recognized. If you work in a team of several people, you may be faced with a disagreement from one of your colleagues, which will hamper the organization of your work. The auspices of Jupiter create an atmosphere conducive to the appearance of tensions that you will have to diffuse by showing patience and pedagogy. Take into account the remarks that may be made to you and try to find a quick solution to this incident without taking offense at the comments that could have been made while annoyed. If you are going through a difficult time, know that those close to you will be listening today. Your family can be very understanding and particularly attentive to your well-being. All you have to do is open yourself up to them, and they will be ready to help you from the outset. Beware of your friend circle, however. Neptune's position can portend disappointment. So it will be better to focus on your family, who seem to have better intentions. It's time to take care of your money problems today. You could pay off all your debts all at once or honor a commitment you made a long time ago. Do not hesitate to balance your budget to manage to pay all your bills, which, it must be said, are very heavy. You could, if necessary, do a few extra hours in the evening to add a little butter in spinach. Pay close attention to the information you receive today, since everything seems to indicate that an opportunity, professional or personal, will radically change things. Make your ears two radars that rotate in all directions in search of important data. You will see that at the end of the day something or someone will have impacted you. And from there, you will build something new. Heaven energizes you and urges you to act, sometimes at all costs and perhaps without real discernment. You may be monopolized by matters related to finance, movement of funds, and investments. Stay realistic and practical. It's a beautiful weekend ahead, but you have so much work to do that you don't know where to start. You put lists all over the house. What if you used a post-it to write, to rest, in red marker? Pay attention to your romantic relationships. Remember that in an affair, it is necessary to replace the first attraction with something else, even if the beginnings were very passionate and languid. Build your relationships from the ground up. Finally, make sure that your affair is also a solid friendship. Sometimes you are too hasty to value other people. You think you already know what someone is like immediately after meeting them. Today you will learn that around you there is a person with deep thoughts that you had not noticed. Perhaps a coworker or an acquaintance will reveal other levels of interpretation to you. Give him the possibility to express himself and allow yourself to observe him in another way. Do not stick to your archaic positions. You can cross the path of love anywhere. Perfectly, even at the supermarket checkout. You just have to wait for the right moment to approach the person. All the pretexts remain valid, even if it means asking for his help to catch the pack of milk. As a good Samaritan, he will not be able to refuse to render this service to you. In return, for your first breakfast together, consider buying croissants to accompany the milk drink. After a period of relative letting go, you've finally decided to take care of yourself. An excellent initiative is likely to help you regain tone and good humor. However, you hesitate between traditional medicine or alternative medicine. The cruel dilemma should not make you forget the objective. It consists above all of taking care of your health by applying new hygiene of life. It's a bad time to express your fast and smart nature, and you'll feel like you're simply stuck in a big puddle of mud. Do not worry. This is surely a safe place for you. It is simply a good time to rest and absorb the world around you. Be receptive to others, especially their feelings. Adopt disciplined behavior and you will go far. Venus has a mixed influence on your sign. While most of you see your libido flourish and return to pleasurable, cloudless sexual activity, unfortunately, others will not be so lucky. You've caught a cold. A throat, nose, and respiratory tract disease greatly disrupt your daily life. Even if you are hot, it is important to cover your neck well, which is particularly fragile during this period. After a few days of wearing out your handkerchiefs, everything should be fine.